Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and recently I played 620 or so hours of PokeMMO over a 2-month period during Shiny Wars. Now, Shiny Wars has ended in PokeMMO. It was the big Super Bowl level competition for Shiny Hunters in the game, but we are still feeling the effects, and the more interesting thing is, we have something really beautiful to show you guys, some amazing statistics. Now, these are only possible due to Shiny Nick Shark, who went out of his way to make this amazing, compile all of this data, and make a little visualizer out of it. And I think some of these numbers are just mind-blowing. It's just amazing what people can do when they're this motivated and this competitive and are this passionate and care about something. And I want to preface and say, no matter what it is, I think whatever you're doing in life, as long as you're not hurting other people and you're not hurting yourself, I think you can put as much time into it as you want to. If you're going to be someone in my comments who is negative and saying, LMAO, all this wasted time, if you don't like what I do, if you don't like what people do by putting a lot of hours into video games, that is totally fine. A sane and well-adjusted individual would not go around commenting that online. So I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. I've seen a lot of that recently. If you don't like what someone does, just don't watch it. That's really that simple. But let's talk about, let's appreciate and talk about and hype up and be positive towards those who, in my opinion, deserve it. The hard workers, the shiny hunters. Let's go ahead and go over it. Firstly, total encounters, 16 million. Total hours, 29,313. Almost 30,000 hours across all the different Team Mr. teams. There were, I believe, we can just see actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's a few extra that I'm not used to. Yeah, 6 total teams that Team Mr. members were different parts of. It wasn't fully team. A lot of these were like other teams as well and kind of conglomerations, but some of these I think we can actually see. Yeah. So you can sort by that, but total eggs, 907,000, almost under 8,000. That's a ridiculous amount of egg shinies. Thanks for the follow, that one guy. I forgot to turn off my alert box, so you know what? You get a special little shout out for that. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it on Twitch. Okay, alpha encounters, 71,858. Horde encounters, 5.7 million. This one is actually one of the craziest ones to me. Total fossils, 200 and almost 55,000. Average fossils per player was 36,000. Average eggs was 53,000. The average encounters per player was 313,000. The average hours played was 533. The total egg shinies was 17 with these numbers. That is crazy. Let's just do the math. That's so wild. We see total eggs. So total eggs is 908,000, right? Let's do that. 908,000 divided by, everybody was on 27K, if not lower shiny rate. This is actually kind of insane. So we were, man, as a team, if this math is correct, and or I could be missing something, if I'm understanding things correctly, we were over double shiny rate on average when it comes to eggs. Because you should be expected to get 33 egg shinies on average with 908 total 1,000 eggs. Instead, we got 17. I knew that Team Mr. was pretty dry as a team for this event, unfortunately. Not that that's, not that I believe that should change anything. I think the results are the results, and I think the best shunting team won. And it was a very, very close, incredible competition, but I think it's just cool to go over the numbers, right? 7 fossil shinies, 17 eggs, 2 shalfas, which is pretty crazy. This is insane that the average, I think a lot of people are bringing this number up super drastically. Like the average alpha encounter being 35,000. Is this the average per shiny? Maybe that's the math. I'm a little confused in the math, so apologies if I'm misunderstanding it. It might have just been average alpha encounters. I think this is average alpha encounters per player. I don't think it's per shiny, but I could be mistaken. Average hordes, 800. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's per player. 800. It's literally mind blowing that it's hard to understand the stats. 186,000. Average horde encounters. And here we can see the top 10 players of encounters. Wild Risley with 826,000 total encounters. Louis Official, Karoshi with 700k total. Glacial with 62. Cena's, Ginger Matt, Luca, B-Clout, PDA, Warvick, and then total hours played. Karoshi logged in 1,052 hours in a period of 2 months. If you played the game, I believe if you played the game for, I think it was 62 days, technically. If you play the game for 16 hours a day, that's a little under 1,000. To do anything, you could watch paint dry for like 18 hours a day. To do anything like that for 2 months, it doesn't matter how easy the activity. To do anything for 2 months for like 18 hours a day is ridiculous. It is very, very difficult for any person to do. Louis Official, 1,000 hours, over 16 a day. Warwick, Naffin, Gingermat, Beatclout, Mitch, Fungus, Shiny Carp, Luca. Next up, we have some points. We have Wild Risley with 29 shiny Pokemon, 215 points. Beatclout, 167 points. Perel, 166. Epoch, 152. Cena's, 146. Danny, 145. Effa Burke with 143. Mitch with 142. Glacial with 139. And Luca with 134. Moving on to Pokemon. I think the money is the most interesting stat. We'll get to that here in a quick sec. So if you want to see the total Pokeyen spent, we'll cover that in a quick sec. Number of shiny Pokemon, 528. Top 5 players being Risley with 29 shinies, Beatclout with 27, Peril with 27, Cenos with 24, 22 for Danny. Percentage of shinies, we see a massive chunk of Cubchoo, we see a massive chunk of Cryogonal, a lot of Socks. I was shocked how many people ended up, we did a lot of Sock, Throw, and Marowak. That little horde over there was kind of interesting to see. You can see the Unknown, that's actually insane. 4 shiny Unknowns. I bet you that's all from Fong. That's actually insane that one player, if you don't know, Fong is someone who's collecting the entire shiny Unknown alphabet. For one player to add a whole, like, part of the graph because he went for so many Unknowns is wild. 3 shiny Charmanders. That is wild to see. Really, really amazing. Just 30 throws. 37 Socks. 108 Cryogonals. 122 Cubchoos. Oh, percentage total points. Yeah, Cryogonal and Cubchoo. Really, wow, look at Cryogonal being 30% of the total points. Far, far and away the majority of points. 1,080 total points were just from Cryogonal. That's unhinged. Finally, money. I think this is the craziest stat. I love this GIF for this. What is this number? 7,350,315,700, down to the hundreds. This was the total amount of Pokeyen spent across Team Mr. members. This is the only, hilariously, this is the only thing that I'm actually top 10 on, or like top, whatever the top 15 is here. Rank 1, Cena's spent an estimated 1.2 billion Pokeyen. Glacial, 750 million. Epoch, 620 million. Summertime Gladness, I think they were really focusing on Shalfa eggs, 615 million. Kira, 547 million. Clue, 470 mil. Louis, 400 million Pokeyen. Luca, 300 million Pokeyen. These are amounts of Pokeyen that people have spent years accumulating. People have spent their lives accumulating this level of Pokeyen and spent it all in one event to secure that second place. Beatclout with 240, Nick Shark 210 mil spent, Perel with 200, Theo with 180, Lionel with 160, Danny spent 160, Morgsy with 140, Xanarchy with 130, me, the only chart that I'm on, the only draft. I always tell people, yes, I'm in Team Mister. I'm in like the, I guess top tier of shunters in PokeMMO, but I'm like that guy in the NBA who's like the worst player. I'm just barely, I'm on that like 400K per year contract or whatever in the NFL, 250K. Like I'm on that lowest echelon, and I'm lucky to be here and I'm lucky to be in it. But when you see the other numbers of what people are putting up, it truly adds perspective of like what the best of the best at something are pulling. What numbers are insane. I spent around 115 million. Peck spent 75 million. Once again, that's 7.4 billion number. Like I was saying, this event was a great equalizer for a lot of the community. It was kind of a great thing. Like Shiny Wars was an amazing thing for the overall community and the overall economy. A lot of players got to buy up investments that endgame players were selling off at cheaper prices. They were able to get these deals. They were able to sell Ditto boxes to all these high-end players. Like this was a massive market flex. I'm someone who spent a lot of money, and I think this is an amazing thing. I'm someone who spent 115 million Pokeyen, and I'm happy. I'm happy that a lot of new players got to come into the game, got to like run fossils, for example, got to sell Ditto boxes and have massive opportunities to make Pokeyen because these endgame players were so willing to spend their Pokeyen for such an event, which is a really, really good, economic thing. When people are willing to spend money, it's really good. It's really healthy for the market. So That's all the numbers. If I missed anything, let me know. Like the video if you enjoy seeing this kind of thing. And there's shout out to Shiny Nick Shark again. Like, he was the one who put all this together, and this is just insane efforts behind all this. And I think Awk and some other teams like actually would put around the poll to get the data and get the numbers. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike if you didn't. Subscribe for daily PokeMMO content. Follow me on Twitch for streams, usually Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. ET. I'll be doing a rebuilding series after spending all this Pokeyen. I'll be doing a rebuilding series from October 1st all the way to October 31st in preparation for the event season. That's it for me. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day and have fun doing whatever you want to do in life. Peace, Reno, guys. Peace, peace, peace.